face. Her eyes flickered with fear, but she nodded. They come when the clock strikes one. He checked his watch, 12:55. Time was running thin, and the city held its breath. Suddenly, footsteps echoed from the shadowed end of the alley, slow and deliberate. Marlowe pressed his back against the wet brick, heart hammering under the rain's rhythm. A figure stepped forward, coat collar up, face obscured beneath a fedora. "Looking for trouble, detective." The voice was low, a rasp of menace and challenge. Marlowe cracked a half-smile. "Only the kind that sells in the city." The stranger lunged, a flash of steel glinting in the dim light. Instinct took over. Marlowe twisted, grabbing the attacker's wrist, forcing the knife away. They tumbled, rain mixing with grit and desperation. A flicker of recognition crossed Marlowe's mind. The scar beneath the stranger's eye. "Back off, Kane," Marlowe growled, pushing him against the wall. Kane sneered, then vanished into the labyrinth of alleys, leaving a promise and a warning. Marlowe lit a fresh cigarette, watching the smoke curl upward. The city never sleeps, and neither do its secrets. Elara stands poised at the vast forest's edge, her silver hair shimmering in the soft morning light, while the crystal heart pendant pulses faintly in her grasp. The pendant's gentle glow reflects her determination as she prepares to venture into. Beneath the crescent moon's dim glow, Aaron traced intricate symbols with focused determination, their silver tattoo faintly luminous against pale skin. Each mark seemed alive, pulsing subtly as if resonating with a hidden power. Outside the ancient temple, Soren stood firm under the sable sky, his grip tightening around the worn obsidian blade. The darkness pressed in, but his stoic expression betrayed no fear, only readiness for what was to come. An unsettling shadow flickered briefly on the temple's weathered walls, unnoticed by both guardian and seer. The sable light shimmered momentarily, casting a strange shift in the atmosphere that set nerves on edge. From the swirling mist emerged Leora, cloaked in shifting shadows, her sharp emerald eyes locked onto Aaron's glowing tattoo with an unreadable intensity. She moved silently, an enigma appearing at the edge of their fate. Aaron felt an abrupt chill crawl down their spine and looked up, only to see Leora vanish as mysteriously as she had appeared, swallowed by the deepening darkness. The fading glow of the tattoo flickered in response, as if warning of unseen threats. Soren's voice cut through the silence, grave and unwavering, cautioning Aaron about a new darkness rising alongside the sable light, an all-consuming shadow that could engulf everything they knew. His eyes never left the horizon's blackening edge. The crescent moon overhead intensified its ethereal glow, casting longer, deeper shadows that seemed to dance and writhe around the ancient stone temple. The sable light deepened, as if drawing power from the growing tension. In a sudden vision, Aaron saw fractured realms torn asunder, jagged voids creeping closer with insidious hunger. Reality itself quaked on the brink of unraveling, threatening to dissolve into endless night. Leora's silhouette blurred and merged with the sable light's ever-shifting form, and unexpectedly, the edge of Soren's obsidian blade began to shimmer with a strange, otherworldly glow. The weapon's reflection revealed truths yet to be spoken. Beneath the sable light's eerie sheen, ancient runes etched on Soren's obsidian blade glimmered to life, revealing a cryptic message written in a forgotten tongue. The symbols hinted at a key to confronting the encroaching darkness. Deciding there was no turning back, Aaron and Soren resolved to seek out the mysterious source of the sable light. Their shared purpose strengthened amidst the mounting shadow, threatening to consume their world. As if responding to their resolve, the temple's colossal doors, carved with steady crescents, creaked open slowly, revealing a pathway shrouded in shifting sable light. Beyond lay unknown trials and veiled truths. Stepping together, they entered a realm where shadows wove around them like living threads, the pulse of Aaron's silver tattoo guiding their path. The air was thick with silent murmurs and the weight of ancient secrets. A whispering wind carried fragmented voices, their warnings fragmented and haunting, foretelling dangers lurking just beyond perception. The spectral echoes stirred unease, pressing them onward with both caution and dread. At a twisting crossroads, shadows bent unnaturally, warping the sable light until reality itself seemed fragile and distorted. Every step forward heightened the stakes, each choice tangled in the weaving shadows. Leora emerged once more from the hovering darkness, her cryptic guidance speaking of balance between light and dark realms. Her presence was both unsettling and necessary, a pivot between their fears and the truths to come. Suddenly, Aaron's tattoo flashed violently, flooding their mind with visions of past guardians locked in battle against relentless shadows. The weight of legacy coursed through them, binding history to the present struggle. Without hesitation, Soren defended Aaron as shadow beasts clawed through the sable light's depths, their twisted forms relentless and ferocious. His obsidian blade carved protective arcs, shielding the seer from the encroaching peril. In the midst of chaos, Soren's blade shattered a dense shadow veil veiling their way and revealed a hidden chamber beyond. The air inside hummed with uneasy power, the secrets of ages waiting to be uncovered. Within the chamber, a fading mural depicted a sacred ritual, binding the sable light's mysterious essence to the power of the crescent moon. The symbolism echoed deeply with the silver tattoo pulsing faintly on Aaron's wrist. Aaron recognized several ancient symbols matching those entwined in their own tattoo, linking them irrevocably to a prophecy forgotten by time. This revelation made the path ahead more urgent, the stakes profoundly personal. Without warning, the chamber trembled violently as bursts of sable light exploded outward, enveloping the room in blinding ebony luminescence. The overwhelming force threatened to consume all in its fissure of shadow and glow. Liara reappeared amid the tempest, her true form unveiled, a guardian entrusted with maintaining the delicate balance of the sable light's secret cycle. Her emerald eyes conveyed both warning and enigmatic authority. She cautioned that disturbing the natural cycle, controlling the sable light, could bring about eternal darkness, a fate worse than the creeping void itself. Her words weighed heavily on their resolute hearts. Though Soren questioned Leora's motives and true allegiance, his connection to the obsidian blade and its hidden history told him there was more beneath her words. Suspicion and necessity intertwined in the dim light of their shared quest. Aaron's visions grew darker, each one unraveling threads of disaster tied to misuse of the sable light. The glowing crescent tattoo pulsed erratically, warning of worlds shattered and balance lost if the power was harnessed unwisely. Suddenly, a subtle distortion warped the temple's very fabric, splitting their paths as if reality itself was tearing. The sable light flickered unpredictably, casting restless shadows that forced Eren and Soren apart, testing their resolve. Soren found himself face to face with a mirrored figure, forged entirely from sable shadows and bearing his hardened expression. The obsidian blade's edge shimmered, revealing hidden truths as he braced for a confrontation beyond mere reflection. Meanwhile, Eren wandered through a labyrinth carved from twisting sable light, moonlit echoes guiding their steps. Each turn revealed cryptic clues tied to the silver crescent, driving them toward a vital key shrouded in shifting darkness. Their paths converged just as the sable light began to collapse inward, threatening to erase the temple's existence. Together, they stood firm amid the increasing intensity, the ambient glow wrapping tightly around them. From the folding shadows emerged Leora, her emerald gaze steady and unsettling. She declared that only by uniting the crescent tattooed trust of the temple's guardians. It was both shield and key to a fragile equilibrium teetering on the edge of darkness. Suddenly, a shadowy form lunged to seize the orb, cloaked in sable and malice. But the radiant crescent glow flared, repelling the figure with an ethereal force that rippled through the temple air. Raising the obsidian blade high, Soren channeled the orb's radiant power, releasing a pulse that banished the shadow figure back into the void. The blade's edge gleamed with newfound strength, a beacon against encroaching darkness. Eren's crescent tattoo blazed brighter than ever, its light syncing perfectly with the blade's obsidian edge. Together, their symbols intertwined, forging a potent shield of light and shadow woven from shared resolve. Gradually, the sable light softened and dispersed peacefully, restoring calm to the temple's ancient stones and surrounding shadows. The tension melted into quiet harmony beneath the watchful crescent moon. Leora appeared once more, her smile faint and enigmatic as she dissolved into moonlit mist. Her presence lingered like a whispered promise, a guardian watching from the shifting veils of shadow. Standing side by side under the tranquil crescent moon, Eren and Soren bore the marks of their trials but held unwavering determination. Their bond had been tested and forged anew, united in guardianship of a powerful legacy. They vowed to protect the delicate balance represented by the sable light, prepared to face any threat that sought to tip its scale. Guardians not only of the temple, but of the truths hidden within shadow and crescent glow alike. Slowly, the temple doors closed with quiet grace, the sable light reduced to a faint and steady gleam that illuminated their oath. The sacred space breathed with calm assurance, shadows and light held in equilibrium. Time moved on as Eren sat in meditation atop the temple's peak, the silver crescent on their wrist now steady and serene. Their eyes held a calm awareness, reflecting wisdom gained through trials with the sable light. At the temple below, Soren trained fresh guardians in the art of wielding the obsidian blade and understanding the lore of sable light. His teachings passed on the legacy of shadow and crescent symbols, echoing through coming generations. Unexpectedly, a gentle flicker of sable light danced across a quiet corner of the temple, a soft reminder of bonds forged and journeys endured. The subtle illumination hinted at a lingering connection woven deep within the temple's heart. Eren felt a faint whisper carried on the crescent moon's glow, voices from distant realms or hidden truths yet to be uncovered. The call stirred their spirit, a reminder that mysteries still awaited beyond the veil of light and shadow. Soren silently sharpened his obsidian blade by firelight, preparing for challenges yet unseen. The blade's edge caught the dim sable glow, reflecting readiness and a steadfast commitment to what was to come. Deep within the temple's shadowed depths, an ancient scroll unfurled itself as if alive, its parchment glowing faintly beneath the sable light. The delicate script revealed forgotten truths buried by time, promising to unveil the origin of the enigmatic sable light. Eren's crescent tattoo shimmered softly in response, drawing them closer to the revelation. The scroll spoke of a primordial being, neither purely light nor darkness, whose very essence created the delicate balance between the two. This entity existed beyond mortal realms, harmonizing opposing forces and ensuring the continual cycle of day and night. Its presence was woven into the sable light itself, an eternal testament to the unity of contrast. As Aaron and Soren absorbed this profound knowledge, the weight of their quest deepened. They understood their roles were not isolated acts of heroism, but pivotal links in an enduring chain of guardianship spanning eras. Their journey was a commitment to protect the fragile balance upheld by the primordial being's influence. In that moment, Soren's obsidian blade vibrated subtly, its edge catching flickers of the sable light's hidden depths. The blade now mirrored the primordial being's essence, reflecting a power both ancient and alive. This newfound resonance fortified their resolve, signaling the beginning of a transcendent alliance. From the temple's edges, under the gentle glow of silver crescent moonlight, Leora's presence whispered back into existence. Her emerald eyes gleamed with quiet certainty, offering cryptic guidance amidst the revelation. Her subtle influence became a beacon, illuminating the path the two must now take. Aaron's crescent tattoo pulsed in tandem with the blade, both infused with the rhythm of the sable light's essence. The harmonious thrum radiated strength, binding their spirits to the primordial balance. United in purpose and power, they felt the transformative energy course through their very beings. With reverence, they prepared the ancient ritual inscribed alongside the scroll's secrets. Sacred symbols were traced under the sable light, weaving a bridge between their world and the concealed realms beyond. Each movement of the ceremony intensified the bond, affirming their roles as guardians of equilibrium. As the final invocation echoed, the temple erupted into a serene blaze of pure sable light, immaculate and all-encompassing. Its serene glow cleansed lingering shadows and illuminated hidden corners alike. The ritual's success resounded through the air, signaling the restoration of profound cosmic balance. Now guardians of a tranquil world, Aaron and Soren stood vigilant beneath the shimmering sable light's gentle embrace. Their watchful eyes reflected readiness for the cycles to come, ever aware the balance must be maintained. In unity, they embraced the timeless guardianship bestowed upon them. Under the tranquil sweep of the crescent moon, the tale drew to a close, yet the echo of sable light lingered on. Silent and unwavering, it stood sentinel over the night, weaving protection through the darkness. Thus, the legacy of balance and light persisted, eternal and unbroken. In a cramped apartment bathed in the flickering glow of neon lights, Lyra crouched over a glowing terminal, her fingers flying across the cracked holographic screen. Wires tangled around her like vines, while streams of encrypted data pulsed rhythmically. It was past midnight when Sarah finally found the courage to open the old door in the attic, a door she'd never noticed before. The air that spilled out smelled of dust, and something colder, darker, breathing beneath the floorboards. Sarah stepped inside, her flashlight barely cutting through the thick shadows cloaking the room. Whispers curled around her ears, unintelligible but insistent, drawing her deeper into the darkness. Her hand brushed something soft on the floor, a diary, old and leather-bound, trembling in her grip. Opening it, she found faded letters scribbled hastily, telling of a family trapped inside this very house, years ago, never leaving. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind her, sealing off any hope of escape. The whispers grew louder, transforming into voices, pleading, angry, lost. Sarah's heart pounded as a cold breath brushed her neck, and the room seemed to shrink around her. She remembered the last phrase from the diary, "Only the truth will free us." Clutching the diary, she spoke aloud, "Tell me what happened. I want to help." The voices overlapped, forming a story of betrayal, silence, and a secret hidden beneath the floorboards. With shaking hands, Sarah knelt and pried at the worn wooden planks, revealing a small, locked box. Using a hairpin, she managed to open it. Inside lay a tarnished locket and a faded photograph of the trapped family. She whispered, "I see you. I won't let you be forgotten." The atmosphere shifted. The room breathed easier, the voices softening into grateful sighs. Suddenly, the attic door creaked open, sunlight flooding in for the first time in decades. Sarah stepped out with the locket in hand, feeling the weight of the past lift from the old house. As she descended the stairs, the whispers faded, replaced by a serene silence. Looking back once more, Sarah smiled softly. "Rest now, you're free." Late at night, Emma heard the faintest whisper coming from the attic above her new apartment. She told herself it was just the wind, but curiosity pulled her up the narrow stairs. Each step creaked underfoot, shadows dancing on peeling wallpaper as the whispers grew clear. The map was ancient, edges frayed and ink faded, yet it promised a secret buried deep in the hollow wood forest. Lena adjusted her worn leather backpack, the morning mist curling around her as she stepped beneath the daunting canopy of towering oaks. "No turning back now," she whispered, tracing the cryptic symbols carved onto the map's surface. Each step was a soft crunch against the moss-covered ground, the air thick with silence save for a distant, haunting call. The compass in her hand spun wildly, as if caught in a playful magic, refusing to settle on a true north. She followed the compass's restless dance, deeper into the woods where sunlight barely touched the earth. Suddenly, a rustle, a flash of vibrant feathers, then a small, clever fox peered from behind a bush, eyes gleaming with curiosity. "Seems you're not the only one seeking something," Lena murmured, as the fox darted ahead, beckoning her to follow. Through tangles of brambles and over root-strewn paths, the fox led her to a hidden glade shimmering with golden light. At the heart of the clearing stood the Whispering Stone, an ancient monolith covered in swirling runes that seemed to hum with life. Lena approached cautiously, placing her palm against the cool, smooth surface. The runes pulsed beneath her fingers. A voice echoed softly in her mind. "Only those who listen with their hearts may unlock the forest's secret." Closing her eyes, Lena breathed deeply, attuning herself to the subtle whispers of the wind brushing through the leaves. Images bloomed in her mind. A hidden doorway beside the stone, sealed for centuries but waiting to be opened. With a gentle press, the ground beside the monolith shifted, revealing a narrow tunnel descending into the earth. Heart pounding with equal parts fear and excitement, Lena stepped inside, the glow from the runes lighting her way. The passage led to a cavern filled with crystals that shimmered like stars, reflecting the dreams of all who sought the forest's heart. Amid the crystals lay a small chest, bound with silver and marked with the same symbols as the map. Opening it, Lena found a simple locket containing a seed pulsating with life, a symbol of new beginnings and harmony with nature. Emerging from the forest, Lena smiled, knowing the true treasure was the journey itself and the bond she'd formed with the whispering winds.